Get in there, Villa fans. A huge 3 points for Aston Villa to sort of edge us away a little bit from the teams that are below us. It's just huge result, big performance. We played some really good stuff today. I thought we were magnificent in parts. I know we've got our own injury issues, so collectively we know where we are and those players that are missing, how crucial they are at times. But to keep going, the characteristics of this team now are very good, and they are at the highest level for me now. I'm just loving the belief that we're building, the winning mentality, the philosophy, the style of play, and just most importantly, just we look like we're enjoying it a little bit. I did a tweet after the game about Man United feeling the pressure because after the United game and even the game at the weekend when United won against Luton, it was Villa are feeling the pressure, and I don't see that whatsoever of this team feeling the pressure. I just see us going out and being highly motivated, highly charged on sort of tunnel vision of getting the victories and just being better than your last performance, being better than your last training session, and all of that with Unai and Unai's guidance of the way he is for this team and the way he is for the players, etc. He's just absolutely huge, and that mentality is massive. So first victory at Villa Park in 2024, which is huge to sort of get that one done and dusted now. We haven't got that lingering over us. So yeah, it's absolutely massive. So what we're going to do on this episode, I'm going to give my thoughts on the performance. We're then going to go and do the player ratings, which is going to be fully interactive for you guys to tell me where to put the specific players, and I'll give my thoughts. But we'll just have a little look at the who's in the building. We've got Niels here. We've got Junior. We have got Danny. We've got T. VKO, hope you're all doing good. We've got Brendan's in the building, Lee's in the building, old intro. Yes, so basically, when I'm streaming, I have to put this intro because it's in 4K basically. So I have to add it separately. So I'm just sticking with the old one for when we go live. But yeah, I hope that answers that for you. So yeah. There's quite a few of you in the building now, so if you can, make sure you are liking this stream. It'll help push it out further. And then when we get to the player ratings, just make sure you are commenting, etc. Subscribe to the channel if you are. If you are watching and you aren't subscribed, then subscribe. And then you can comment on this episode. So, what I spoke about all week especially was about Aston Villa controlling the game. Control the game. Not allow Nottingham Forest to play on that transition, to do the things that they are very good at. We've seen the stats, how fast and direct they are. They play with two wingers with out-and-out pace. So it was so important that we didn't allow them to have a foothold and play on transition too much. And we started the game like blockbuster Villa do. The Villa that sort of go into steamroller mode, demolition mode, and just that sort of all-out attack. And we just slice through, carve through teams, and it's just absolutely amazing. So when you're in the Holt end, or I don't know where some of you guys sit, but when you're in the Holt end and that first one goes in, and that second one goes in, and that third one goes in, you're just like, your emotion is just like outpouring, and it's just like, it's absolutely amazing. And then, we do the fan cams after the game, and like, I get blurred vision I get like brain fog of like, I just don't know what's happened at times. It's that sort of, you can't catch your breath at times. So, we started the game really well on the front foot. A lot of you guys were saying that it was important for Villa to score early, and we did. And that goal was just absolutely amazing. Yes, we've got to mention him. We've got to mention our mate Wolfie from Forest Fan TV, who waxed lyrical about Murillo. You know, he was telling us he did his little TikTok video and he put Murillo ahead of Pau Torres. So we all got told to watch Murillo, right? We all got told, this is not me baiting them, we all got told to watch Murillo. What did I see? Leon Bailey, little slide rule, little slick past Murillo, ran around Murillo and set up Ollie Watkins for the first one. So from my viewpoint, I was watching Murillo closely and he was chasing Bailey a lot. So Bailey, that move, like I thought he'd sort of nutmegged Murillo, but he sort of just tapped it past him and ran round him. And yeah, it was absolutely brilliant from Bailey. So good. We're going to get onto Bailey. We'll get onto Bailey. And then for the goal, what's really important is some of you might just think, yeah, it's Watkins just to tap him. But Watkins has to peel off his man. He peels off his man, finds space, and then Bailey does nutmeg someone. Somebody's sort of challenging him. He just slips it underneath him, and we 1-0 up, and it was absolutely amazing. The second one in the chat was the second one. The second one was when Bailey played that amazing pass to Matty Cash. Then Matty Cash got to sort of like the byline and was jinking. Played it to Ramsey, who then Ramsey sort of lays off Douglas Luiz, and brilliant. And that's what was brilliant about Villa, that when we're sort of in this sort of steamroller mode, everybody's queuing up. You know, Ramsey queued up. Ramsey couldn't get the shot off. Oh, then we just tee up Luiz, who's in brilliant space, and then it's 2-0. Third one is a brilliant goal because McGinn gets it onto his right foot. He's left-footed, gets it onto his right foot, plants it on Luiz's head. But not only is Luiz attacking it, we've got Pau Torres in there. And yeah, it was just absolute scene. So brilliant stuff. Okay, yeah. So I messaged him. So I watched Forest Fan TV earlier and he wasn't happy at all. Told you, Luke, to pee off for the message you sent him. Yeah, I did send him a little message because he sent me one last time. So I thought I can't not send him one. I don't normally do stuff. I normally just not message him when we've won and stuff. But I thought I'll message my mate. So I did drop him a little message. So yeah, 3-0, brilliant. You know, we had other opportunities. We were queuing up. We were slicing through them. Our build-up play was brilliant. And we were just magnificent. Like we blew them apart. They couldn't get anywhere near us. And then we conceded on half time, which was a bit of blow, wasn't it? Sort of going in at half time and they get that goal and he sort of like gives them a little bit of that added incentive then, doesn't it? Because at 3-1, next goal, 3-2, and the incentives with them. So, you know, it was important that we came out and we still stuck to our style and we conceded. And, you know, it was quite a well-worked goal, really. They sort of get a little bit unlucky with sort of like the Moreno and the Luiz challenge and they play that little ball through and Gibbs White, great finish. And then I'm starting to think, oh, God, Villa, no, don't do this. Don't do Villa. We don't do this anymore. You start thinking, we can't blow this 3-0. We can't blow it because of just the magnitude of where we are and what's at stake. And then, you know, they get that goal, so it's 3-2. And then we slowly start sort of growing again. And I was really pleased with it because what I didn't want is sort of like a basketball end-to-end game where they attack, we attack, they get on transition. And I was really happy that we started to like regain control of the game. And I know Unai would be big on, Unai would want us to control it. And we started to do that. I think Tielemans hit the post and we started to look a little bit lively again. And then, you know, it was brilliant. You know, I'm going to show you this on the debrief. Tielemans pressing for that last goal for Villa was brilliant. Watkins sort of gets a little chip on and Bailey tucks it away. So Bailey had a real fantastic game. Great to see him get his his goal that he really deserved, set one up as well. So I think all in all, it's absolutely massive. So in the chat then, let me know what you think of the performance and how you're feeling, and then we'll go into the player ratings where you can all get a little bit more interactive with this episode as well. So can we give a credit to the redemption of Leon Bailey? He's getting better and better and better. I have a lot to say about Bailey, and I'll say it when I get to my player ratings on him, but what a player. What a player. He's just literally like he's run him ragged, hasn't he? Absolutely run him ragged. And you just watch him with the ball at his feet and you're like, God, you're amazing. You're so good. You're so good. So I'll try and read some of your comments then. So if Bailey stays fit for the rest of the season, we're guaranteed Champions League. That's from Eugene Singh. Love Bleeds has gone with Chambers was solid today, so kudos to him. And he hasn't had any game time. He's done a tweet actually, and he's put a tweet out saying that every training session or every day he gives 100%, and he's that's the way he is, and that's the way he works, and fair play to him. We've got Villa. Come on with the Jamaican sauce. Love it. I love it when the Bailey fans are in the house. They bring a different vibe, don't they? Can we just take a moment to appreciate Super John McGinn, Captain Fantastic? That's from Richard Edwards. Incredible, absolutely incredible. He was just something else, weren't he? Just something else. He's like the engine, isn't he, to the whole team? Like, he just gets it motoring, gets it going, and he's so versatile. You could probably put him in goal and he'd be amazing. Like, you put him in goal and he'd probably be as good as Martinez, wouldn't he? He just, wherever he plays, he's just absolutely fantastic. We've got Lawrence has gone with Bailey and Watkins are a lethal partnership now. They have to keep playing together. Diaby can't be included at the moment. He's lost his confidence, so better for him to be an impact sub. I totally agree. I think, what a player to have on the bench that can come on and change games and impact games. And a lot of them have still got a big part to play. You look at Rodgers, you look at Zaniolo, even in Europe. We're going to need them. And it's important that, like Chambers today, like, brilliant distribution, brilliant. I think Chambers, the fact that we play out from the back and he's sort of like, he's at midfield. I think he's a defensive midfielder, isn't he, really? That's where he's played for. I think he was where he was at Arsenal, wasn't it? And yeah, he played really, really well. McGinn, Dynamo McGinn from Brendan. We've got Jay has put, I never thought I would say this, but thank you to Steve Bruce for signing John McGinn. What a player, 2.5 million. Matty Cash was good today, being a big improvement from the last couple of games. So shall we get into the player ratings then? So if any of you haven't been on a live stream when we've done the player ratings, instead of going 1 to 10, which I think is very broad, we've got 4 categories. So the 4 categories are as follows. We've got poor, which I don't really think we'll be putting any Villa player in the poor category. We've got average, we've got class, and we've got player of the match or man of the match, whatever you want to call it. But so class is basically really good performance. We can put them on a line, so we can put them in between. So if you feel like they're in between class or average or player of the match, then we can go through that then. So we'll kick it off then. In the chat, where are we going to put Emi Martinez? Didn't really have too much to do. I thought he was good when he was coming out and he was calling for some of the balls, especially in that second half when it was getting a little bit edgy when they were getting set pieces and corners, etc. I think he just made a couple of saves that you'd expect Martinez to make. Both goals, don't think he really could have done anything with either of those goals, really. They were just first one he was done with the player who headed across goal, and then it was a great finish from Gibbs White, wasn't it? So I think a lot of you are saying class. A lot of you making it your own words as you normally do. So I think we put him in between. I think we put him in between there. I think he didn't have much to do. Wasn't really at fault. Didn't make loads of amazing saves that he normally does. So I think we'll go there then. So next up we'll go Pau Torres. Only played half of the game. So I would say we'll go here with him. I think I don't think he was as good as against Fulham, but I think because he came off at half time, it's quite difficult to score his performance. So let me know what you guys think in the chat. But some of you are saying class, so we'll go class then. We're hearing that from WM, especially when they interviewed Emery. He felt something in his leg, so a little bit of pain, but they decided it was I think it was a bit more of a precaution. You know, he finished the first half, so the fact that he finished the first half, didn't go down, didn't have to come off, didn't have to hobble off. We've got to protect him at all costs, haven't we? So a lot of you are saying we're going the average category then, so we'll go in there. We'll go mixture of the two. So next up then in the chat, let's go Matty Cash, right? Far away with Cash. Regular viewers will know that I would say I challenged Cash a couple of weeks ago of what I wanted to see from Cash and what I really wanted him to do to improve, to play to the level of what Konsa was playing at. Honestly, Matty Cash has improved dramatically. He's playing to a level now where his positional understanding, his distribution is very good. He's a tactical awareness of where he needs to be. Positional awareness is very, very good. And those are all the things that we wanted him to improve. We didn't want him to go and bomb forward and leave us exposed. We wanted him to understand his role and his positional awareness. And Cash, for me, a lot of you are saying it, he's going in class, right? 96% passing accuracy from Matty Cash. 96% at right back. So those are unbelievable numbers. Absolutely unbelievable numbers. So I think Cash played really, really well and was absolutely fantastic. Let's go. Let's fight. Let's try and do it in sort of like defensive order then, so we don't have a mare. Longley, again, didn't really put our foot wrong, did he? Again, another performance where Longley's playing to a really high level and a high standard. And again, 93% passing accuracy from Longley. Played really, really well. Again, I don't really think he put a foot wrong. I think he's going well under the radar of just being a real good centre-back. And I think his partnership with Pau is very, very strong. And again, loved his performance. A lot of you are saying that he played good. A lot of you are saying he was class. Longley, class. So Love Bleeds is saying class. Lawrence has put Longley, definitely a class act. Pity is on loan. So a lot of you are going with class. So yeah, I think that's Longley in there then. So fair play to Longley. Right, Moreno, what we going with Moreno? He got forward a little bit, didn't he, Moreno? He got forward. I felt like he had an okay game, and he had to come off when he got that yellow. But then look at the beauty of our squad. You know, a player gets a yellow, Luca Dean comes on, and we've got a really good player that can just come in and help us for that next part of the game. So I thought Moreno was okay. I didn't think he was exceptional. I would probably put him somewhere in and around there. But I felt like he had a good, solid game. yeah, a lot of you are saying pretty much in the middle, class and average. So we'll go half and half then. And then next one, right? Next one. Callum Chambers is going in class category for me. I'm taking over this one, Villa fans. I'm taking over this one. You can put your thoughts in there, but I'm taking over this one. For a player that's not played for like months and months, 94% passing accuracy. He was good, man. He was really good. Like, and the thing is with our team, and I felt like this, because they're coached so well, and they all know their role and what they're meant to be doing. I think there was a bit of a mix-up for that second goal. I think we got a little bit unlucky where the ball fell to their player after Moreno and Luiz had challenged. We got Cash a little bit deeper. I think Longley or Chambers tried to step out. And I just think we just got caught. And I don't think it's one of those where you can be, not one of those where you can start ranting and raving and blaming anybody. I just think they were fortunate to get the ball. We were a little bit out of shape. We were a little bit out of sorts, but it's one of them, innit? But so, yeah. So Chambers, a lot of you are happy with Chambers. This is a good comment from James Chester. Chambers took it all in his stride, which was really pleasing. He didn't look flustered. He didn't look fazed by anything. He just went on that pitch, did his job, and left the pitch. And brilliant. So, yeah, I think the defence was, although we conceded 2 goals, the defence was pretty solid in our overall shape then. So let's go to the double pivot now. And we'll go Douglas Luiz. If any of you think player of the match, then I can put him in there and we can decide at the end. But Luiz was really good. 2 goals from Luiz. Again, 2 goals that aren't penalties, which will make his numbers look a lot better. I do think he needs to get more goals that aren't penalties. So those 2 will help massively. Great finish, great technique. Header, brilliant, on target. I always think sometimes for players that don't really score headers are difficult chances to score, and he put it away really, really well. I've seen a quote from Emery saying that that he sort of lost a couple of duels early second half, and he told him to sort of get back defensively and get back on track, and he did, and he bossed the game. And you know what was interesting that I found in the game was when McGinn or Luiz had the ball in the middle, there was no one around him. There was so many times where Luiz would have the ball and I'd be like, there's not a Forest player anywhere around him. And that's just great positional awareness. And that's just Aston Villa dominating the midfield battle. And we spoke about this in the week of how Villa would beat Forest and that midfield battle of it coming together. So, yeah, absolutely fantastic. So, some of you are saying player of the match class. So, we'll put him in. We'll put him in there, and then we'll have a deciding vote at the end. Then, so partner in crime. And I know he's probably going to have to go in there anyway because it's going to be up for discussion. In the chat, how good was John McGinn? He was like pirouetting around Morgan Gibbs White so much, like that, just that left, right. Now I'm going left. No, I've gone right. See you later. He was just absolutely brilliant. And do you know what? I like him in the double pivot. I really like McGinn in the double pivot. I think it allows him to unleash his passing range, I think, a bit more. We get that cover defensively. We get the engine in the middle. And we just get him pirouetting round players like I thought they're not there. So he's class, McGinn. Absolutely class. Yeah, this one's good. Will has put Gibbs White must have felt decent. That's probably why he came off. Super John McGinn, class. Yeah, what a performance for McGinn. And especially that assist he got, that cross for Douglas Luiz was brilliant. So shout out to McGinn. I did a little short saying that McGinn's close to becoming like a Villa legend, and honestly, I think he is. We look at a lot of players in high regard, and I just think he's so good as a captain, and I'm absolutely loving him. So we'll go 2 players either side of the double pivot then. We'll go Yuri Tielemans. I'll put him in there, and I'll get what you guys are thinking. But pressing was brilliant. Getting stuck in, I thought he was really good. I thought his passing range was decent. So I think his pressing can go under the radar slightly. I think when you look at a team playing, you're just looking at the players with the ball. But if you're looking at players off the ball, so if you're looking at, say, Watkins pressing, and then you're watching Tielemans press, and Tielemans is cutting out passing lanes, which is allowing us to press as a team. I thought Tielemans was fantastic. So a lot of you are saying that he was class. A lot of you saying class. And again, it's like that, isn't it? It's like players can come in at Villa and, maybe not start off on the front foot, not sort of be absolutely amazing, and they game on game they get better and better and better. And I still stick by this, that the RB, even like this season, next season, he's going to be some player for Aston Villa, but currently, he just can't get in this team that's attacking so well. So Tielemans will go in class. I think a lot of you are going for him in there. Next up then, Ramsey. Ramsey, I thought, played well. First half, I thought Ramsey was really good. He was getting into those areas that we want him to. Slightly drifted out of the game, I felt, in the second half. That's something that I really do think Ramsey has got to work on. Drifting for spells of 10, 5, 15 minutes where we don't see the best out of him. I think he's got to develop, being in the game more. That would be something that I would ask of Ramsey to try and work on a little bit, sort of, like we were saying a couple of episodes ago about certain players, just get a touch, get a feel, just get a nice little touch on the ball, and then sort of, get your passing range going. So, he did have that good opportunity. He was in the first half where it was a brilliant move from Villa, and he just fired it over. So, he's doing well. He's getting better. Like Ivan said, Ramsey is still getting up to the pace, to be fair. And I agree with that. I think he is. But I think, we still want to see those higher levels from Ramsey that we know he can get to. So I just think he just needs to not just go in that little bit of a drifting mode, to be fair. So, right. So next up then, we will go Leon Bailey. Right. In the chat, where are we putting Bailey? I think we'll put him in there to start with, because he's dynamite. He's electric. He's with the ball at his foot. It's glued to him. There was one moment where the ball went like to that far right side. So edging towards the away fans. And I was just like, he's going nowhere. He's like, there's 3 of them on him. And I was like, where's he going? And he just couldn't come inside, took them all out of the game. And I'm like, what? He's too good. He's such a threat for Aston Villa now. That first goal that we scored, that was all down to Bailey, really. That doing that Murillo and then ball through that player's legs and finding Watkins, and brilliant. And then to find space in the box to score his goal as well. I think someone's put best winger in the Prem. I think name a better one. Like name a better winger at the minute than Leon Bailey. Could you put Foden in there? Maybe could you say Foden's a winger doing well? But apart from that, but you know what's good about him? I'll tell you what I like. This is what I like about Bailey. So when you look at wingers, so you look at, say, an Elanga, and you look at Hudson-Odoi today, and you think those two players are a massive threat. You know, they're a big threat because they've got pace. But when Bailey gets the ball, something happens every time he's got the ball at his foot. Magic happens. He's getting in the right areas. His delivery's good. His trickery's great. His skill's brilliant. And stuff happens. And yeah, he's just brilliant. And he gets in the right area at the right time. And he's not afraid of just helping the team out. So many times now, you know, I think of seasons gone by where people have been like, he can't defend, his defensive work's not the best, but now he puts himself in the right position to cut out passing lanes. So he's phenomenal, and we're so lucky to have him. But again, it's another one where he's improved dramatically, and it's just absolutely amazing. And then we'll go with Mr. Unplayable. A player who I thought first half and all game really was absolutely unplayable, Ollie Watkins. Hold-up play was brilliant. Running those channels were fantastic. Again, another one like Bailey where the ball goes out wide, he's dragging 3 or 4 of them. Opens up space then for our midfielders to flood the box, to get into the box. So Watkins was brilliant. Great to see him get a goal in front of the Holt end as well. Because I don't really think he scores that many, does he? He scores a lot in front of the North stand, but whole 10 goals. It's not where he does his damage, but yeah, he was brilliant and just led the line really, really well. So I thought he was brilliant. A lot of you saying player of the match. I am not going to Amsterdam because I am on a show. So some of you will probably know what that show is, but I'm not going to say what it is. We'll have to just wait and see. But yeah, so I can't go. So there we go. So I can't go to Amsterdam. Right. So let's have a look at some of the subs then, and then we'll go to who we think was actually like man of the match then. So Zaniolo, when he came on, didn't really do too much, did he? But I felt like his hold-up was good. Diaby, again, didn't really do too much. And that's, I think, it is. Oh, we've got Morgan Rogers. Have we got a Morgan Rogers graphic? I think we have. Was it Rogers who had the shot? I think Rogers had a shot, didn't he? Someone had a shot towards the end of the game. I think it might be, might have been Rogers that had the shot. But I think those are some really good player ratings, aren't they? So I think everybody's to a really high standard, high performance, great victory. So in the chat then, I'm going to ask for 2 things. My voice is going. 1, make sure you've hit a like. So however you're watching, hit a like. And secondly, vote who was, so put the name of the player that was man of the match. I am going to go with my man of the match is going to be, I'm going to go with, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I'm between McGinn and Bailey. So I'm between McGinn and Bailey. And it's a really difficult decision. McGinn got an assist. Bailey got an assist. Bailey got a goal. McGinn was so good in the middle and driving force for Villa. But let's go flair. Let's go flair and vibes and everything. So I'm going Bailey for my man of the match. Right, so I'll try and put them all on the screen and we'll see what the majority is then. So we've got Defo, Bailey, McGinn, Bailey, Watkins, Bailey or McGinn, Bailey, Dougie, Leon Bailey, Bailey. Right, I think we're all under the agreement. Well, the ones that haven't voted for Bailey aren't, but there are a lot of Leon Baileys. So, man of the match goes to Mr. Leon Bailey. Well done for your performance because you were absolutely brilliant. So, thanks everyone for who's just voted for that in there. Then, so let's just finally let's finally just drink some Manchester tears, and we'll just have a little look at the Premier League table, and we'll have a look at where we are, where we're at, and we'll have a little look at the bigger picture of what this victory means. And sometimes you will have, when we do match reactions, or we do, I don't know, we do episodes, and people will be like, yeah, but you've only beat Forest. Yeah, but it's only Forest. I don't know what that means, but every game in the Premier League is very, very difficult. And yes, we are still going one game at a time, but games are running out. There's not that many to go. So with 8 points between us and Manchester United, that is an absolute huge gap. With goal difference on Villa's side as well. So our goal difference, what's our goal difference? Oh, I can't work it out. We've got a far greater goal difference than Manchester United anyway. So that would, if we were level, that's an extra point, surely. So the gap to Spurs is 5 points. Spurs' next game is against a rejuvenated Crystal Palace with a new manager. Difficult game. You know what new manager bounces are like. Did they win 3-0 today? So they've won 3-0. If we win our game and they win theirs, we play them. We can make 8 points. So it's absolutely massive. So their goal difference is 0, Man United. So it's just massive that we get that daylight, we get that, and points on the board are what's matter now. Spurs have got a game in hand. You got to win that game in hand. That gap now to 6th is looking quite big. And if we can, if 5th gets top 4, top Champions League as well, that's absolutely huge. So, big picture. It's looking very, very good. So their goal difference is 21, as is 21, and they're on 0. So, massive. Are we going to do top 4? I think we are, I think we are. I think we're going to do top 4. I just think we've got this mentality now. And I just think you can chuck anything at us and we're getting the results. And you look at teams dropping points, and you look at Man United, and a lot of you regular viewers will know that I said a couple of weeks ago that they play shit and win. That's what they do all the time. And today they've done the same again. And luckily, look what they did. They got battered against Fulham. Fulham hit the post. Munez made the keeper make a brilliant save. 89th minute, Maguire gets an equaliser. Standard. But not today. They ended up losing. So they're going to continue to lose. They'll continue to lose games. I don't rate them. I don't know how they do it. And I think have they got Man City next, Man United? Let me just have a look. I think Man City might have let's have a look. Where are we? No, they got Forest in the cup, and then their next Premier League game is Man City. So when we play Luton, they'll be playing Man City. So again, that's a massive game for us because we can get more points, hopefully. So really happy, absolutely buzzing. A brilliant victory from Aston Villa. There's been loads of you in here that have been watching. Cheers for your support. Fan cams have gone out, so go and check those out. Wasn't that many that came on the fan cam today, so that was a bit frustrating, but I can only put on who comes to the fan cam. So go and check those out. And you can all do me a favor if you haven't already. So if you rate the pod, like the pod, want to help support me in any way possible, you can click. Well, you can't because I don't think I've put it in here, but you can download SofaScore. So if you were to download SofaScore, with the link that I have. It just sort of means that it helps me out with our little partnership with SofaScore, really. If I can find it quickly, I'll put it in there for anyone that wants to do it that hasn't already got it. But yeah, SofaScore, it's a really good app. It's where I get a lot of our stats from. It's where I get a lot of passing average positions, etc. You get the scores that come through really quick as well. So let me just try and get it. I think I've got it. Here we go. Right. Copy link. Put it in here. So if you click this link, it downloads SofaScore, and then that helps me out quite a lot as well. So if you can do that, then it's highly, highly appreciated, and your support is absolutely massive. So any of you that knew me and Justin run about buying a new camera, I have bought the new camera. So yeah, so I did get the new camera as well. So yeah, so you know, your support helps me get things and make things better over here as well. So so yeah, cheers. We'll have the debrief out tomorrow. I'll probably get that out about 10ish, maybe something like that. So yeah, so like all the episodes, subscribe if you're new, and I'll speak to you all soon. Up the Villa.